Hey guys, this is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Arrow episode 511 titled Second Chances, which premiered Wednesday, February 1st, 2017 on the CW. Guys, quick reminder, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the episode already, I highly suggest you go do that first before you check out what I've had to say about the episode, as of course I'm going to be talking about it in detail for certain parts, so I'm warning you, spoiler alert. Also, a quick reminder, as seen on screen are my basic rules for the video series I create for this. So a quick reminder on screen so we can get right into it. So with the 10-minute clock, let's start with what happened this episode. So timeline-wise, it wasn't really stated, or I didn't really catch it after watching it for the first time, but I'm giving it maybe a few days since episode 510 from the looks of it. It definitely hasn't been long. It hasn't been like a week. I don't think it's been a week, so I'll leave it at that. But the episode reminder, though, you can kind of say that, as the title states, second chances, that concept is brought up many times in many forms, or it's talked about in many different forms or different scenarios, I guess you could say. But moving on to breakdown for storylines, we get two different storylines. The main one was finding the next Black Canary. Second one was about freeing Diggle. So according to the first storyline with the next Black Canary, we meet Central City Police Department a detective or officer, Tina Boland, who was affected by the particle accelerator. 3 years ago, she was being interrogated when it went off. Her partner was actually shot, and she was screaming in rage, fury, anguish over his death when the dark matter hit her. So that's where her sonic scream comes from. Also, her vendetta against people who killed her partner leads her to a drug ring that has ties to Tobias Church. So because of those ties, Oliver kind of intervenes not only to recruit Tina, but also to stop the drug ring. He has Curtis and Renee in his corner for that. So there is that. Also, we find out that Tina Boland was just an alias, since she was an undercover officer, and her real name is Dina Drake. So that's a coincidence, right? And Oliver makes note of that too. Second storyline is about freeing Diggle. So Felicity hacks into the NSA only to find out that the file that was being made against General Walker has been scrubbed. There's no traces of it. So which leads her to find traces of it in the dark, in the dark web, only to lead her to a hacktivist who has been following her since her hacktivist days. So they find out that they have the file. Felicity gets it, and she sends it as an anonymous tip to Adrian, and that gets Diggle released on bail. So that's a good thing for that. Flashback-wise, we get Talia al Ghul trying to convince Oliver to start his mission with the list that his father left for him, and she offers to prepare him to wear the hood while doing so. Last moments of the episode is when Tina Boland reveals that her real name was Dina Drake to Oliver. So there's that. Tidbit-wise, we find out that Felicity's hacker code name when she was in college was Ghost Fox Goddess. She had a big following based off of her coding. Also, we find out that the original owner of the green hood that was passed down to Oliver belonged to Talia's student. It's a safe bet that Shadow was once her student. Otherwise, Yao Fei would have been an option if Talia has also taken a dip in the Lazarus pit like her father. So there's that. But moving on, most shocking moment of the episode, I think it has to be the fact that Talia is the one that told Oliver to get back on the mission to deal with his father's list and take down those criminals from Star City instead of random ones that he's been dealing with for the last 4 years since he's been on Lianyu. So I'm surprised that it was her that told him to get back to it. I thought he got back on that mission on his own later on, or closer to his pilot appearance, I guess you could say. Next thing, let's talk about my top favorite moments. I have to say my favorite one for sure has to be the Flash cameos, not only do we get Captain Singh from the CCPD, but we get a little quick cameo of the Flash speeding in to leave a little post-it note message to Captain Singh saying that the green arrow that he's talking to on the phone is legit. And that was after after Oliver had texted Barry to leave that little note. So I thought that was fantastic just to see that blur. You even see the shape of Flash in that blurred moment. So it's just like, well, you don't see his face, but you still technically got Barry. So it's like, yes, I'm okay with that. So that's like awesome. So that was a fun favorite for me. Another favorite for me has to be the fight scene on the roof, specifically Oliver's ride on the helicopter. Not only does he have an arrow tethering him to the helicopter, but he's also making shots with his bow and arrow while still hanging from that tether. So that's pretty impressive. He's also using the momentum of him being tethered to help him fight the bad guys off the roof. So I thought that was pretty impressive. He's definitely taking more aerial fights this season, that's for sure. So there's that. Next favorite moment for me has to be the moment where Tina accepts Oliver's invitation to join the team. I really like that she came around. I really like that she came looking for him first off. So it seems she had a change of heart. She kind of doesn't want to do this alone, so she's reaching out for someone similar to kind of help her along the way. So I really like that moment they had between each other. And then the fact that she revealed her real name, and then Oliver clicking to the fact that maybe it is fate that they found her to continue Laurel's legacy, since Laurel did share the same name as her type thing. So that was cool. Last favorite moment though, I have to say that it has to be Talia telling Oliver to give the monster inside him an identity, aka the Hood, so that he could be Oliver Queen again. Since Oliver believes that he is a monster, Talia doesn't believe that. She does believe that he does have a monster inside of him, so he just has to put a mask on it so that he could identify away from it, type thing. So I thought that was pretty interesting, the way she does it better in explaining that whole concept, but I definitely like that. It definitely says a lot. So I'll leave it at that. Moving on, top 3 peeve moments. I don't really have a peeve for this episode, which is a good thing. But yeah, don't really have a peeve. I guess you could say I wish there was a little more Diggle, but he's in prison. What is he going to do? So I can't really do anything about that. But moving on to what moment will I remember most when I look back on this episode. Pretty much it's the recruiting of the new Black Canary. So that's really all that is focused mainly for this episode. So there's that. Quickly though, random questions. First one is, will Tina continue answering to Tina Bolin to protect her family, or will she retake her name and be addressed as Dina Drake? I know throughout this video I've been calling her Tina the whole time. I know I'm probably going to be used to that, but I'm wondering if on the show or if she's going to continue on as Tina to keep her family safe, or if she's just going to go back to the root of it all for her. So I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. Next question, will Felicity revert back to her hacktivist ways since she has been scanning the drive the Helix group had given her? Since apparently they didn't give her just what she needed to free John Diggle, they gave her a lot more stuff that the NSA was dumping from the sounds of it. So I guess that's one mystery as well. Based off of predictions, though, guys, let's move forward to that. Based off the promo for 5/12, it looks like Oliver returns to Russia. Last time he was there was in episode 206, present day wise. This whole flashback season is him in Russia. So anyways, promo shows Oliver seeing Anatoly looking for an IOU collection. He's looking for Anatoly to pay up that favor he owes him. Also, it looks like Diggle and Tina are also back in the field with Oliver in Russia, and it looks like they're going to take on some foreign arms deals while over there. Based off the synopsis, though, for the episode, it reads that a mission takes Oliver, Felicity, and team to Russia, where they meet up with Oliver's old friend Anatoly. Meanwhile, fresh out of rehab, Lance returns to the mayor's office ready to get back to work. However, when Susan asks for an interview with Lance to discuss his addiction, he balks, and it's up to Renee to help keep things on track. So it's going to be a little tricky now that Oliver's mayor. How are they going to explain him going to Russia? So I guess there's that. off of that, though, I already not going to like Susan's portion. She's going to hammer Lance after he's getting out of rehab. No, I already don't like that at all. But predictions overall, I'm still sticking with the fact that I think Adrian Chase is the vigilante, named vigilante, who we haven't seen since part 1 of the crossover event. Also, I think Susan Williams is not only continuing to date Oliver, if you consider it dating, but she will betray Oliver by investigating his past connections to Russia and all of that. And she's going to struggle with whether she exposes him or whether she keeps it to herself. But eventually Oliver's going to find out when it's accidentally exposed. So I think that's what's going to happen prediction-wise. But that's what it is. So what do you guys think of the episode? There's my timer. What do you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts, theories, and all that good stuff. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. If you want, you can check out my Tumblr page. The link for that is down below. I reblog promos, web clips, quotes, GIFs, synopses, news, all that good stuff, all in one place for any TV show I'm interested in. Usually the ones I create videos for will have their own Tumblr page, so you can go check that out there. My WordPress account will have more details for my Tumblr organization skills, so if you want to go check me out there, you can follow me on WordPress as well. WordPress also connects to the other websites that I'm connected to, so like Fanfiction, LiveJournal, my second YouTube account, Tumblr, obviously. So if you want to see a bit of everything that I do, check out my WordPress. Everything's also connected mostly to this YouTube channel as well. But that's all I can think of, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you come back next week to hear what to say about the next episode. But until then, guys, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week, wherever you are. Bye for now.